It's Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour with your host, Bob Katie,
and John Piccarillo. You are creepy as shit.
Here's the problem, Bob. Something wrong? Welcome to episode 164 of Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour.
Welcome aboard, folks.
Houston, we have a problem.
What seems to be the problem?
I don't know. Oh, shit's all
Houston,
going
we
to
have a problem.
We do.
I don't know. I fixed it, though, so we're
Huge problems.
good. Huge.
Oh, shit.
Hey, everybody, there's a shit cloud coming. Run for your lives.
No, I was telling you right there on the intro, instead of playing with my balls, I was thinking I should grab my stick and swirl it around and get some practice.
You should have your stick in one hand and your balls in the other.
That's right. But what I've been going with this philosophy as a drummer that if I have time to swirl my stick, I should be hitting other things. You know what I mean?
You should be hitting other things with your stick.
Yeah, exactly. In other words, I ain't
Sounds like a job for a suck machine.
How'd you know my high school nickname?
But, you know, I can't help but admit it looks cool.
Swinging your stick?
That's right. There's something cool about swinging your stick around. So maybe I should try to be cool.
Am I being paranoid, or is he busting my balls?
It's something I've struggled with for all of my drumming career. Like, should I
Swing your stick?
Swirl my stick more?
Swirl your stick more.
But like I said, if I've got time for that, I try to ting ting or ta ta. You know what I mean? I got other stuff I could do.
How'd that go?
Ting ting or ta ta ta.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you? I make you laugh? I'm here to fucking amuse you? What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
If we get in big enough rooms, I'm good at throwing them. I'm really good at that. But I got to get in a big arena.
Yeah, not in the places we're playing. As you can see, we're missing Jay this week.
That's right.
Summer schedule. Jay's here every other week because schedules it's really John and Jay's schedule don't jive during the summer. At least this summer, anyway.
That's right. What are you going to... Hey.
So you got us.
I got priority.
Hi. Hee-haw. Hee-haw.
I know I do have some beer stuff, though.
Okay. He's got some beer stuff.
Great beer, by the way. What is it?
Well, I've been trying to think of...
Or I don't have one that says bad beer, by the way.
Yeah, I was thinking like I was going to... Maybe we call it John's Anti-Brew. And this only...
John's Bad Brew.
This happened to me last night. And because, you know, we do Untapped and Jay does Jay's Brew and he brings phenomenal beers to the show and we try them out all the time and it's great. I am on my own in the beverage centers and I'm trying to find new beers too because it's fun to find delicious new beers. So you have to try everything, good, bad, and indifferent.
But you just don't know it until you get it.
You don't know it.
Until you drink it.
The beautiful thing about Untapped is you can bring your phone and scan it, and it'll bring up other people's ratings, so you get a basic idea. Unfortunately, some of the places I shop, there is no Wi-Fi, and the connection is bad. So I'm totally flying blind. So I bought 3 last night that I totally guessed at, but all same brewery. It's called Hoppin' Frog out of Ohio.
Hoppin' Frog.
And I drank 2 last night. I drank the Extraordinary Killa Vanilla IPA.
Killa Vanilla.
And the Dankster Frog Indian Pale Ale. Now, because they were IPAs, I expected them to be good in some way.
You think every IPA should be good? 'Cause
I
You
do.
just love
I do.
IPA.
But unfortunately, so far, 2 out of the 3, That's right. That's right. I didn't enjoy.
We're about to find out the third.
The Dankster Frog one. I hope you can see it. It's got a cool label. It looks cool, but it wasn't cool.
No bueno.
So I didn't even bother with the third one last night, but I'm gonna do this last one. Saved it for the show. It's from the same Hoppin' Frog Brewery.
Hoppin' Frog.
Now this one says it's World Cup beer in 2013, Gold Award, barrel aged.
You're not seeing it though.
Oatmeal stout. Well, I haven't had this one yet. Stout aged in whiskey barrels. We're gonna try it.
Everything that guy just says is bullshit. Thank you.
So I do like stouts, so that doesn't mean
Oof.
it is a dark one.
Oh man,
It's got the old motor oil.
that just tells me if it's not good, it's even going to be more brutal.
That's the problem. that is. Like I was
like
missing my
Mississippi
hops
mud.
on the IPAs. I was really missing it. The vanilla kind of took over on the other one, and that one I don't. I'm thinking it's because of the age, maybe because they're Ohio, they can't be local brews. Maybe it's been sitting around. I don't know, but so far we're gonna give this.
Yeah, but you said you kind of feel it when it's like that. When it's like
something.
It just feels like there's a little something off. Those just weren't good.
Right, because that big one there had a lot of effervescence. I opened it up. I know I didn't shake it, and I set it down. You heard me giggling, and it was going all over the place last night.
Oops.
Yeah. Smells all right. Smells like a stout. All right, this is the better of the. This is the best of the.
That
three
wasn't
so far.
in love face, but
No, it's still
drinkable.
Yeah, that was drinkable. I'm going to finish that, no problem. Those I really kind of struggled with.
Here's what's going to happen, Tonto. Kemosabi's going to have some flavor. I'm going to choose not to eat with you.
We're not going to eat together?
No. I like to recharge my batteries and shut down the engines
used that with
and get
Samantha
myself
the other
back to
night.
neutral.
That was funny. Recharge my batteries. She was
Recharge your batteries.
Yeah, she thought that was funny. She's
Shut
used
down,
it like
go
a couple
neutral.
times since then. Because she had all her friends up at the lake, and when I was bringing her home, and they're in the back seat, so they hear us talking. She's like, Dad, no, not because I was like, are you going to have your friends over tonight? You know, because they're on summer vacation now.
Yeah.
No, Dad, I'm just going to go home, recharge my batteries, no friends, nothing.
Here's what's going to happen, Tonto. Kemosabi's going to have some flavor. I'm going to choose not to eat with you.
We're not going to eat together?
No. I like to recharge my batteries and shut down the engines and get myself back to neutral.
Shut down the engines and get myself back to neutral.
It's almost time to watch that again. I think I,
I was
said
just
that
thinking
last
about
time.
that. We say that every time, I think. That's for sure.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com, on Buzzsprout.com, and iTunes, or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
and then our YouTube channel and our Facebook page of Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour, and on 151online.com for all your rock and roll needs, baby.
Like the shirt.
151.
Did we mention any news last week?
No, we can this time. We're the CD is at the plant in production right now.
Yeah, baby.
So we will be
Got
in
a
a couple
CD.
of weeks. We will be having a CD in our hands.
Did the Facebook share that 3D CD?
Yes, if you go to 151 on, I don't know what we are on Facebook. Are we 151 or just on 151 online?
I just saw it when I was there too.
I should probably look that up, shouldn't I? That's easier for me because I can just pop right over
I
there.
thought you said
Just 151.
Yeah,
on
151.
Facebook.
Oh, I'm glad we got it. That's good.
You know, or at 151 online. Just put either one in, whatever. I think you'll find us.
But you can see the case, which is really cool. I just saw it the other day, but
for you were you were like days late.
I was a little behind, but I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
it shows everything. All the edges,
they gave us like
inside, outside.
3D art, which is really cool.
Yeah.
It's basically a proof.
Right.
That we can look at and everything.
Which was really neat.
Yeah. And check it out and all that, which we were happy with. Very happy with. Greg did a stellar job, I think.
Greg.
Yeah. Although I did burst his bubble a little bit. He forgot to put all of our information like Facebook, Instagram, the website.
In the album?
Yeah.
I don't know. There seemed like a lot of information in there.
No, yeah, he forgot it. He was like, damn. But when you pull the CD off, you can see in our emblem, and he does have the online.com. So I guess that's the most important.
Right.
Because you go there and you can find us everywhere else.
And you're going to be able to get that, download
it. Yeah, it's going to be everywhere. Everywhere it's going to streaming services, iTunes, music, Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora. You're going to be everywhere.
All right. That's what I'm talking about.
We are going to infiltrate. And
right now, one at a time.
Right now, you can go see our video for our first single, Running Away, on YouTube at 151 Online or at 151online.com. You can check out our video and our new single, the first single, Running Away.
That's right.
So, Greg did a great job with the video for the money that we spent, which was nothing. So
far.
Well, no, I'm talking about for that video.
Oh yeah,
to create the video.
Yeah.
So it's a little. It looks a little 80s or something like that. But you know what?
We're 80s guys.
We're testing out waters and we're trying to come up with new things or whatever. And we just wanted to get a video out for it.
We want content.
Yes, we wanted to put content out there. So
we've got platforms. Might as well use them.
Yeah. Just like the podcast, our video making for the band will progress as we go along.
Yes, I got it.
You like that thing, don't you?
I do. I enjoy watching it. You got to check it out. You got to go. I just found it on. You shared it, I think, on.
Yeah. Well, the website or our Facebook page shared it.
I love that.
Yeah.
And then it's funny. I was talking to Samantha about it, and I showed her name on there. She's like,
she was part of the package there.
Took a lot of pictures.
Yeah. All those, I believe them. Well, not all of them, but 90% are hers.
Yep. So, and then I was telling her, I'm like, well, I'll give you a CD, but I can give you this card. You get the music too. And she's like, and I told her, I said, because not everybody has CDs anymore. They don't even have a CD player, so it's easier to download it and put it on an MP3 player or whatever.
Well, I was thinking about that, and I'm like, well, you know what? Family's probably going to want the CD because they want a physical thing.
Especially now that her name's in
there. Yeah, he wants the physical thing.
Yeah.
People who just want to hear the music, the cards will probably be.
Yeah, we got cards. You got a code. You get all the music.
Yeah, we got download. We got download cards and everything, and
got a package.
Yeah, we got the pro distribution deal, so everybody sprung. Actually, the way we think about it is, well, everybody put in and sprung for it, but we still came under budget from almost $50 under budget per person. What we thought we were going to. We had budgeted.
We'll probably have to get another round. I figure we're all getting 20 CDs. Mine will go quick. Just amongst family and friends.
Yeah, you get 20 download cards too, and we got to sell. You got to keep a couple back to sell.
Well, we'll probably end up with a
Well, hopefully you only have to sell a certain amount of them to recoup the money, and then you can. Obviously, I think we're all into the thought of putting it back into a product. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. More product.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody looked at it as we're all putting in $100 and we need to get that $100 directly back.
And I think we're going to have it before the next gig, isn't it?
Yes, at the private pig roast. So unfortunately,
not everybody.
Yeah, it's not it's not one of our normal shows. It's something that our friend Phil
I think it's going to be a good time.
Or as we like to call him, the Skinny Guinea.
He's Skinny Guinea.
Or as we like to call him.
Sounds like a job for Suck Machine.
How'd you know my high school nickname?
No, just kidding, Phil. He's a good ADD egg.
We're messing with you.
But yeah, we got that, and that's really all we got this summer so far. It's just one. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Well, yeah, we didn't.
This summer is uber busy because
we didn't plan to be busy. We got moves going.
Moves. Moves.
Moving the practice place and the studio.
And the podcast. Alone is just daunting.
Is a huge effort to keep it rolling on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
That's a issue.
Yeah, and we're going to have to strip it all down.
So jamming a bunch of things on top of it just wasn't a good idea. Next year, I think.
Next year, yeah, we'll get a head start.
I still say we get the move out of the way, and we got to do a little, some sort of mini setup for Saratoga in the summer. There's so many places that will take us as a little bit more acoustic.
We have to do a whole set and everything.
We could do it.
Maybe listen. Maybe we can work on that after the move.
That's what I said
for next summer.
That's it. Right. Yep.
Because
I didn't say this summer. This is out of the question. This summer. This summer we tried to.
No. But if we start, you know what I mean. But that means we'd have to come up with at least 2 sets. Whew, that's a lot of songs. Because our stuff does not compute over 2.
Some we can do. There's stuff that's fallen off that we could re-put in, and
yeah, but they want to hear more acoustic driven songs that were meant for that. You know what I mean? That style, that thing.
Yeah.
You know
I think we can do it.
We'll see.
There's just a huge desire for it in downtown Saratoga in the summer. And there's a huge crowd. The place is ridiculous. There's way too many people down there in the summer.
Yeah.
Every bar is packed, and there's a ton of bars. Think of the equipment we don't have to carry to make it happen.
Oh, yeah.
And probably make the same money.
Yeah, but that means you have to come up.
Maybe more.
You have to come up with a whole new drum set type of small minute
box.
thing.
I'm gonna start with the box. That's it.
Well, you got to have some other stuff with that.
I can always add stuff.
The cocktail kit.
Just trying. Parkway's got one every time I go there. It's there.
It's going to be yours eventually.
You got to give me some hope. I'm going to use it. That's what I'm saying. I need a little.
Hey, everybody, there's a shit cloud coming. Run for your lives.
When does Vikings come back?
Wasn't Jay saying like July or August or something like that?
He's a Viking, isn't he?
Jay?
Yeah.
You mean literally?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Scandinavian or something?
Maybe.
I think so. Wants to go over there to Iceland or something like that. That's all Scandinavian, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you going to do? Text him?
No. I'm going to look and see when...
I'm pretty sure he's a Viking. You know what I'm talking about, Jay. Bingo. You know what I'm going to do? My other one. Oh, if you're messing with your phone, I better keep talking.
Yeah, you better. You keep talking.
You just keep talking. It's what you're good at. These are my kashakas. I like to play with them. I try not to do one hand too much because see what happens? I get good at one and not the other. Left is always a little bit more of a challenge, but as a drummer, you try to keep both hands equally talented. You know what I'm saying? You can do it lefty, do it righty, switch it up. You're not even following me. You could care less. Bob could give a rat's ass when I'm saying right now. I could say anything I want.
That's because I'm trying to read, you bastard. You fucker.
That's why I've got 2 bowls. One for each of you.
Well, that's different to say.
I make myself laugh. Tombstone is one of my favorite movies. Great lines. gunfights, the lines are really some of the best. Oh, I was just messing around, Doc. Ooh, I wasn't. This time for real.
I don't know. They're not saying when
legal-like.
They're not saying when it's supposed to be. When they're just saying that it's in production. So
you're checking up on the CD?
Well, they have an official trailer already.
What?
For it.
Shut up.
I don't. But they're not saying when it's going to debut. Debut-y.
Oh, we haven't even talked about my wonderful new hat.
Oh, the wonderful new hat. Let's talk about John's wonderful new hat.
This has been...
Well, that sounds like a hot item.
That's right. This has been in my cart in Amazon for at least a year. Just sitting there.
And you finally just decided to pull the trigger.
The other night I said, fuck it. I want it.
Fuck it.
I want it.
Fuck it.
It's my bowler's hat.
It's when he goes bowling.
It's very nice.
Bowling for dollars.
It's a high quality. It's not a cheapo knockoff that I've seen. This one, it's a handcrafted, very nice.
Bowling
100% wool. Ordered to size to fit. I dig it.
You gonna wear that at the next gig?
Maybe. It's good. It's a pretty good hat. I'm digging it more and more. The more I see myself in it, the more I like it.
You like it a lot.
It'll look even better when I have my beard. Yeah.
Oh.
And it's getting more comfortable every minute that I wear it. It's kind of shaping. Get the fuck out of here! No, I swear it's shaping in my head. It's great.
Oh man, I just keep thinking the only thing I've been buying lately is boxes. Put this shit into.
I just see you buying boxes and putting shit into them.
Yeah. Yep.
I already watched that once. It's like a repeat. I'm watching the whole thing over again.
Deja vu. Deja vu.
Don't you have a whole garage at Uncle Skip's?
And it's full.
Oops.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, this whole thing's just going to be a shit show of a move. So.
Oh, July is next week.
July is Sunday. Well, no, actually, if this debuts,
oh
yeah, so it'll be Sunday
Oh
because this will go out tomorrow. So we're doing this on Wednesday. We're actually doing it the week we're supposed to have it out. So lately, that's been a rare thing that hasn't happened.
This was one today. I knew I liked this one, but it's not a new check-in.
What is it?
Zero Gravity Conehead Indian
Great
Pale
beer,
Ale.
by the way. What is it?
It is good.
You've had that one before?
Yeah.
One of your favorites?
Yeah, well, that I can grab in the supermarket.
Oh, okay.
To go to the beverage center over here takes me 20 minutes out of my way. It gets me here like half hour later after I stop at the market. I was just kind of in the mood to get here before fucking 10 o'clock, which normally is, like how it usually goes, or 11.
Oh, my muffins are ready.
And then I got to grill my chicken for tomorrow, and I got to make my omelet.
Well,
it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
At the new house, everything is right around.
I know,
literally right around the corner.
I know. I could
beverage center
and the way I can get stuff.
Yeah, basically.
If I come down 50, I can.
Yeah, yeah. You can. You actually have your shot at 2 different supermarkets.
This one's good.
The Bev Center, you might have to go a little bit out of your way, but it's more like a circle, so you can just.
It's not bad.
Right back up.
It's not too bad to do that.
Yeah, and it's really not bad if you're coming from your parents. So.
But they have the Market 43 there.
43? Now it's Market 43?
Well, there's 42, 43, and 32. I'm just making that up.
It's Market
32.
30. Is it 32?
I think it's 32 is the proper
What's
one.
with the number? What's...
I have no idea.
Okay.
It's Price Chopper when I was a kid.
It was Price Chopper up until a couple of years ago.
There's still Price Choppers. I stopped at the one in...
It's the same. It's the Price Chopper Corporation.
Exit 12, and that's still Price Chopper.
The one down by your
and that's a new one.
Property there is still Price, isn't it? This doesn't still say Price Chopper headquarters.
Chopper. Yeah. Right. So I don't know why. It's like rebranding.
Yeah, it totally is. Well, it's just not rebranding; they're redoing each of the stores. So
I'll tell you what.
I gotta say, it's a lot better than the Price Chopper we grew up with.
Right. I got to tell you, you want to go to a foreign Price Chopper locally, go to the Saratoga one. There used to be, they used to call it the Ghetto Chopper.
Well, which one? Isn't there two of them?
Yeah. There's one on Route 50. That's pretty, they've already converted their Market 32.
You mean the one in the strip mall there?
On 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was one downtown, not far from
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And
now it's still there, isn't it?
Yeah, but you would never know.
No, because
it's
it's
like at the base of a big apartment
building. Yeah,
it's really
they just
weird.
built around it.
You want to go to one
that was
you'd be
such
so
a ghetto
good.
chopper. That was because it's really small.
Oh, it
isn't
used to. Everybody called it the ghetto.
It's almost
chopper.
like it was
And
almost like a
old school. It was like, do you remember the supermarket up in Lake George?
No,
I don't even know. It might have been a Price Chopper. I can't remember, but it was in town. It's probably the biggest supermarket down there. I don't even know if it's still there, but it reminded me of that one. It was exactly like that.
It's almost like a big convenience store. The size, I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, now it's very shishi panache.
Well, they've got but they've
way
got
not ghetto.
It's funny that they have three in such a small area, distance from each other. They have that one. Well, that's probably more shishi panache.
Oh, it's so
probably because it's catering to the people who live in the in the building and stuff.
Joe likes that one. He walks to that one. You know.
Well, talk about pretentious shishi panache.
Because that's what it's all about. Is you don't want to go and park there. There's
no.
You have to go into a parking garage and fight like all different directions. If that was the case, you want to walk to that one. You don't want to drive.
But it's just surprising. I was surprised that they built the one over by the mall and they never shut the one down in the strip mall.
I guess there was a big shitstorm coming because.
Hey, everybody, there's a shit cloud coming. Run for your lives.
Because I don't think they wanted to.
That many Price Choppers in
that many in a row. Yeah, all together. But people downtown were like, we need a shopping. We need place here.
I remember when the I think it's where Taft Furniture is now. Wasn't that Ames before? That was Ames once upon a time.
What are you talking about? Where?
Right next to the Price Shop. Remember, Taft is there now. Right next to the Price Chopper in the strip mall.
Oh yeah.
That used to be in Ames, I think.
Yep.
Because I think there was two of those around or something. Two Ames, which was like the discount cheaper Kmart. If you can go there, you can go there.
The last Kmart I know of,
I think it's still around, is Rotterdam Square.
I was going to say,
isn't there one out in
the one in Clifton Park is closed now?
Yeah, but there's another one out. Like past Latham, like going out of Latham, going east. I think there might be that one still. Not sure. The one in the mall, though, Rotterdam Square, still kicking.
Still a Kmart?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about that one going out, so I think that's still.
I thought they were shuttering.
I think that.
Toys R Us.
Yeah, I keep hearing about people wanting to revive it, so that might.
They're hanging on. They're selling all their shit, though.
Yeah, that might happen. You know what restaurant that I miss, which was just a great restaurant, was Ground Round.
I know. We went to Ground Round a lot.
Yeah, I miss Ground Round. It was so much better than Chili's and all these other ones. It was felt like it was better, a little bit better quality of that type of
ribs, wings, and onion rings. That's what I used to get.
Well, and the one in Schenectady, they used to do it so they give you the peanuts and you just throw the shells on the floor.
Yeah.
And they always had the.
Didn't they always have popcorn?
That was the one Clifton Park had. I think they changed it over to popcorn.
See, we went to 99. Samantha and I went to 99, and they give you popcorn in the beginning.
Yeah, they do. I remember going to I think we went to 99. I think before they started coming around here when me and the wife went on our honeymoon and outside to Boston, and on our way out of Boston,
Ponderosa.
Oh, that's another one.
That was classic. That one, Ponderosa, all you can eat salad
buffet.
bar.
Yeah, no,
but it was
a buffet.
everything.
It wasn't salad bar.
It was everything.
Buffet,
Salad bar and a buffet. I
Yeah.
think it was the first one. Now you can
No.
go all over the place.
No, that wasn't the first one.
I don't know.
But
Try to think of one that was this big and popular at that time.
at that time,
Yeah, that's the challenge.
well, it's. I think that depends on the area you're in. You know what I mean?
See, both of my sisters worked at the Ponderosa by
Eastern
the
Parkway.
Schenectady Ghetto Chopper.
Yeah, Eastern Parkway.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we probably as a band ate at the one on Route 50 more than any place.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I was ever in that one in Eastern Parkway. As a matter of fact, I think the only Ponderosa I was ever in was in the one on Route 50.
You know, I haven't seen them, but
We
I think I
started
still have glasses from I just-
We started going there because Ground Round was too fucking expensive for us in high school. Just on the whole, that was before free soda refills, and that just killed us.
Love the free soda refills.
Yeah,
It's funny. It's funny, this sushi place that Samantha and I go to. There's two things that make me giggle every time. Is the first one is we're there every week. They know us. They pretty much know what we're gonna get. And Samantha gets a water, and every week they ask if she wants ice with it. To me, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But it's strange that it's a big deal to them. Like some people don't want we talked about this in soda, and
Yeah.
I understand diluting your
my
soda.
brother was big on that. If you
I
went to
get it.
McDonald's or something,
But
you'd
with
ask for a
water,
large Coke with no ice.
you know what I mean? If the ice melts, you got more water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the part I don't understand.
Well, some people can't. Linda's mother can't do ice and water because it makes her like cough and stuff.
Well, I have some teeth
stuff.
that are
You got some
sensitive
teeth
to
sensitive.
cold.
He's got some teeth sensitive issues.
Actually, at that place, really is the one that gets me, to be honest with you, because they serve free a soup. It's got
soup?
It's just like a chicken broth kind of soup with some seaweed, and it's got it's good. It's really good. And tofu. You know, you'd really love it. I know you would.
Squeeze right in here if my thighs will let me.
But anyway, because it's hot.
Everything that guy just says is bullshit. Thank you.
Because it's hot, and then I slam a soda because it's salty and it makes me thirsty, and it's cold. It strikes the tooth like nothing other. So it really is a bad combo. But the other one is the soda, because I usually end up getting 2 Diet Cokes while I'm there, and one is because we get a nami. It's the green
Diet Coke is such a hideous drink.
It gets the whatever Pepsi or whichever they have.
Oh, there's a difference.
I know.
I can do Diet Pepsi,
hate
but
it.
Diet Coke. Is
I know
just,
you hate it.
It's just urine in a can, is all it is.
But we like the
It's sugary urine in a can,
Anami.
or non-sugary.
They're little. It's like pea pods. They got like 3 peas in there, and what they do is I think they might blanch them a little bit and then salt them, and you can eat them, and they're good. It's fun to eat as an appetizer, and it's kind of a healthy choice, and but it makes you thirsty because it's got salt on it. So I usually drink a whole soda before my meal comes, and also I want a soda with my
Free refills?
Sushi. No, that's the part. That's the part. They're like, they always make sure I understand that. They're like,
you're all angry now.
they're like, you pay one more soda. Yeah. Yes, I understand. I'm ordering. It's like,
But is it like $50 a soda too?
No, it's no big deal. It's not.
You pay for more soda.
It's okay. Give me soda.
give me soda. You pay for soda. And now,
In your face, all over the place. We're online 24/7. 24/7. You're listening to the hottest internet station.
Bob and John Super Duper Variety Power.
Finger painting? You have no idea of the magnitude of this thing. If she is allowed to infiltrate this world, then George Costanza, as you know him, ceases to exist. You see, right now, I have relationship George, but there is also independent George. That's the George you know, the George you grew up with. Movie George, coffee shop George, liar George, bawdy George.
I love that George.
Me too. And he's dying, Jerry. If relationship George walks through this door, he will kill independent George. A George divided against itself cannot stand. You're killing independent George.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at Bob and John's Podcast at gmail.com or on buzzsprout.com and iTunes or
At Loose and Buttery on the Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
and on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour, and go to 151online.com for all your rock and roll needs. Your balls.
My balls are showing.
I feel like that little independent George thing is so you.
It is. It is. I mean, that's why I've stayed
That's
single.
how I always feel like that one line that Jerry says is me going, I love that George.
Exactly. It's one of the things that's kept me single so long is like, I know I'm a different guy solo. You know what I mean? I really am. Then there's nothing I can do about it. Really. I love women. But I know I'm a much more productive John without him. I really am.
I'm a much more productive John on my own.
I love women. They're fantastic. I miss some of it so much, but
the other part of it you do not.
Right. I've had enough of the other part.
Yeah.
That I just want to do my thing. Oh, I guess it's not terrible. It's just a decision that I've made.
You seem happy with it.
I am. I'm able to. I still have visions of the future.
Because I think opportunities have come by you that you could obviously just have reached out and taken advantage of.
Yeah.
But you've just been like, I don't even want to get into it.
And it all started like as soon as I was single, I was like looking on dating apps.
Yeah, you were.
And then I was like, what are you doing? Just enjoy this.
Consequences
for a
and
minute.
repercussions.
You know? Be free just for a little bit. And now I'm like, I don't know if I can have a responsibility of somebody telling me things.
No, you just don't want not responsibility. You don't want the pressure of it.
Pressure. I just don't want pressure.
Sorry, you don't want to get sued.
And there's some
blocked.
There's some great girls at work, and I tell this story to.
Shouldn't we? Never mind. Sorry.
Are you going to fix it and redo it?
I should have put it out. I guess we should put it out there. I should have said it in the beginning of the episode, and I forgot.
That's all right.
Episode 163 on YouTube got all screwed up because we played music we shouldn't have. Got our PP slapped. Usually we just get, because we don't monetize anything. Because God forbid we'd ever want to make money at this. We got our PP slapped this time, big time. They blocked the episode, so I had to go back and re-edit it, only on YouTube. Which, it's a funny thing, though.
You can listen, but you can't
But
watch.
funny thing is, our listenings went up. So, we have somebody in Australia now, by the way.
Oh.
So, good day.
Good day.
Foster's.
I did have
beer.
a Foster's recently.
Yes, Australia beer.
Huh. Well, getting blocked might have helped us a little.
No, those ones were coming. The Australia one was before.
Pretty regular or no?
Yeah, it's like they got like 7 or 8 listens underneath their belt, which for a brand new is pretty good.
Yeah.
For a brand new listener. So they must.
So you're going to edit that one and redo it?
I'm going to this weekend.
I mean, I don't know if the listeners and viewers realize how much more exciting we could make this show if we were allowed to use anything we wanted.
Oh, there's a lot of ways we could make this. If we had animation, if we
could simply use music that we love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And insert it where we wanted it to.
Well, this time we got the big. Sony shut us right the fuck down.
Yeah, they did.
Blocked that
We've
episode.
been trying to play by the rules.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't play the whole song, and I mean, it was whatever. You know what? I don't blame them because as
we're going to get money
artist,
for our shit.
That's right. As an artist, you know what I mean. Yeah. But as an artist, they obviously didn't. I don't know. So,
whatever.
Yeah, shit happens. It is what it is.
Was I ranting before that?
I don't know. Sorry I interrupted you. It just came to my mind, and
No,
I knew
I
I was
thought
going to
that was
forget it
important,
again.
though. I feel like that was important.
I felt like I should have said that in the beginning, and I didn't. We got cluster bombed.
It's okay.
cluster bombed. I had thoughts about social media this week, about the usage of social media, because of how
people are using less and some more.
Well, you know, the great thing about social media in that it puts everybody in touch with everybody else. You know what I mean?
That's why I do it.
But do we really need does that how negatively has that changed the world where anybody can just say random, stupid, mean, just vile shit anything that pops into their head?
Yeah, I get that, but I don't pay any attention.
I mean, look, it's taking down titans. You know what I mean? I mean, you look at Roseanne. She won, a couple tweets, and she's off a fucking network and done. She's like a complete she's been billed racist. Done. Not that I feel like she said was good. It wasn't. It was dumb.
I feel like she just got barely back on her feet, though. Like she didn't even have it. She didn't even have time to breathe. Like, oh, I'm back. She says something stupid. You gone.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. It was pretty fast. It was pretty fast and swift. You know what I mean? But then again, that's how. But I don't understand why people need to share. I guess I just don't understand why people need to share constantly. You know what I mean? Like every thought.
My only concern is friendship gathering.
Well, I think number one is I think Facebook can be good in the way it was intended to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they have to, after all this shit with them, they have to get back in the last election and all that shit. They have to get back to lessening. They got so big. I think they were like, we could just make a ton of money by just putting all this stuff up there, and you know what I mean. Sometimes it annoys the shit out of me because I'm like looking at commercials and shit, and it's like, get the fuck off. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to fucking deal with that shit. You know what I mean?
I don't read everything that comes through. There's no way.
What do you mean you don't read everything?
I can't read every post I get. There's no way.
Well,
I used
that
to.
all depends. That's all on you, though. That
I used
part
to
of it's on you.
backtrack and
on what you like.
Scroll through everyone and check it out. But sometimes I'm not there for days. And there's thousands of posts. I can't.
Well, that was the whole thing of is, do you feel like you're, see, the people who are on there every single day, we share something every single day, it might feel like overkill. You know what I mean? But then again, you might hit 2 or 3 people that only go once a week.
We didn't even do one of these. Not even one.
Why do you want that beer so bad? Because he's thirsty, dummy.
Had more than one.
But if you constantly post or promote something you're doing every day, you might get that 2 to 3 people that only check in once a week.
My only new dilemma is...
Nude or new?
New.
Okay.
Is people that request friendship and you don't want to be friends.
I just let them linger in space.
And look, I want to be clear here.
I don't say no and I don't accept. I just let them sit there.
I want to be clear here. I'm on the receiving end of this too.
I'm not, because I don't.
I do. There's always a point where I've got a buzz at night and I'm like, I want more friends. And I'll give an example. I think it's cool. One of Chris's coworkers commented on one of our live
last video.
and it was funny.
Yeah.
It was like she knew the band.
Yeah, she knew.
And
she knew the inside joke.
She also shared one of our links that said she can't wait to see the band.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking to myself, she's cool. I want to be her friend. So I liked her comment and I friend requested her, and she accepted.
Yeah, there you go.
There was another one.
She probably asked Chris the next day, "Is this guy dangerous?"
Maybe she might have. But then there was another one, similar situation, but she hadn't commented. So that's where I wonder, like, maybe I crossed the line. Because I know she was there also. But I was like, well, fuck it. Chris and Tom are friends. It must be okay. Friend request. I don't think I heard back from her. But I understand how it works. Now, here's another example. I had a strange one let's go even further back, because I've got a laundry basket of ones in my request list, and the ex-wife mother is in that list, and the ex-wife is in that list. You see what I'm saying?
Keep them there.
What? You know what I mean? Are you serious? You really want to? I don't want to
keep them there.
Yeah, I do. I have.
There's a couple people that we know from high school that at least one person, and I won't say any names because I don't want to say anything, but that I asked them, like, is it okay? And you said yes, and it was a terrible fucking nightmare for me. It was
well,
just
my
like,
okay is different than your okay.
It's like, oh, shit.
There's certain people that come up on
I don't care about your lunch. Go away.
There's certain people that come up on mine, and I know that, like, they don't have anything to say, so I can skim over it.
Yeah, some people just are like, oh, it's like, fuck. You know what I mean? And then I ran into the problem, which a lot of people are having since Trump became president, is some people that there's one person, you can put people to sleep on your Facebook. You don't want to block them, but you don't want to see their posts.
It's like the sleeper hold.
Yeah. And I did that to one person because their Trump rhetoric was driving me through a fucking roof. I mean, literally, after I got off of Facebook, I was angry. Like watching the news angry, which I don't watch the news anymore. I used to like to watch Vice News on HBO.
You like the morning news?
That's about all I can stand. You know what I mean?
Why is the morning's news better than the afternoon news?
Because you're just waking up. You haven't been inundated with it.
Okay.
That was another thing I was going to say, too, also about this thing. In social media is part of it. Think about it. There's channels devoted to just people bitching at each other. You know what I mean? It's like, it seemed like when we grew up, your parents, your father read the paper, or the paper was read in the morning, evening news, and that's all you got for news. That was it.
Everybody's got a debate.
Isn't that what it seemed like when we grew up? That was it. Now these people are getting infused with it because they're being bombarded with it.
Well, because now there's fake
and now
news.
They're just angry all the time.
Fake news.
Even before then, they're just angry all the time with it.
When we were growing up, you got the news. You got the facts.
Well, no.
Thought so.
You thought so. You don't listen. Regardless, I'm not talking about the kind of news. Okay, so I'm not talking about Fox News or MSNBC. I'm talking about that whole thing together, which started with CNN. But more of those two, Fox and MSNBC or whatever, they're left and right. Okay, so you got left and right, but they're just bitching about things, and it's like, I just want to go back to happily getting my news twice a day and not being bothered with it the rest of the fucking week, the rest of the day. I think people are so bombarded with it now that everybody's angry. Everybody's just angry, whether it's either side.
How do you know what to believe?
Well, I think we discussed this before. I try to go with news outlets that I believe are as pure and impartial as possible. But I don't like to go. I
But
don't.
How do we know we're choosing the
But
right
I
thing?
don't like to go with one in particular. I like to try to find as many of those impartial news outlets, and I try to go with if the majority of them are reporting the same story, then I feel like I can believe it.
I have one friend.
I mean, you look at
very good one. That's a Trump fan.
Brutal.
And we haven't discussed it.
I try not to at all.
Avoiding it at all costs. We're good friends.
Yeah.
Man, he loves the Trump. He loves the Trump.
Oh, it's brutal.
And I'm not sure if I even want to get into it with him. You know what I mean? I know I don't.
I don't.
I know I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
'Cause he's
I just walk away.
way.
I walk away from it because I think those people are insane.
And
I just
again,
walk away
back
from
to
it.
social media, he's posted stuff like, "Oh, you don't like Trump? Well, you must be this, that, and the other thing." I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to be like back to him. No, motherfucker.
No, well, then I'm just going
your
to say
friend
right
and
back
I'm
to
not
you.
any
Then,
of those things.
if you like Trump, then you must be racist and all this other shit and everything else because he's about this step away. Like I told you upstairs before we came down, I don't think he's going to get a second term. I think we're going to have to worry about him leaving forever because I think he's going to try to cancel elections and get rid of, I don't know if it's an amendment or whatever, the law whatever states for term for
I'm not laughing
maximum
anymore
terms.
because, like I said upstairs, we laughed at a lot of the things from the day he said he was running for president. We laughed, and it's not funny anymore.
Well, I think
he could be a dictator.
Oh, he's almost there.
Yeah,
he's almost there. He's almost there. What day he's going to show up one? He's going to show up one day in complete full military uniform, like dictators do. It's that far away. It's going to happen. You know, he's going to be all dressed up and he already wants that parade.
You think that will shake things up?
I don't fucking know. You know what I mean?
The thing that blows my mind is there's a lot of people who love it. Love him.
Well, they're fucking idiots because he's done. He's not helping anything. He's not helping anything. Stock market is just going down the shitter. He's getting us in a trade war, which is just going to make.
Well, personally, I really don't.
Shit.
The one thing I don't know how I feel about which is a huge problem, is.
And I just read today that the North Korea was boosting their nuclear thing on one plant or something. So obviously that ain't working.
The immigration thing.
Yeah, that's just.
It's a
you know
huge.
What?
I mean, that's a huge
mess.
problem because, first of all, there's places that you're going to be dead if you stay. So that's why they're leaving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they want to come to a better place, and that's what America was supposed to be. But you only have so much room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we can't take everybody. And
but see, you know what? You know what's one thing that's biting us in the ass with Central America, where a lot of these immigrants are coming up from, is that we have fucked around in the last 3 decades or so down there and put people in power and taken them out of power and all sorts of shit and done crooked shit and everything else that it's somewhat caused the backlash and mess that it's become. And
well, there was a few
hang on.
texts about. I don't mean to cut you off, but there was a few texts earlier with the ban. How we fucked with Japan the same way. Are you saying the same kind of thing?
No. Japan was different, and I'll explain that in a second.
Okay.
Let me finish my thing though.
I'll listen.
Before World War II, we were an isolated nation. We didn't necessarily go outside of the United States that much. We did some things. We entered the war, Spanish American War in Cuba. You know, we did Panama Canal. We did some stuff. Okay, not saying we didn't. We did, but we were pretty isolated. You know, we weren't that far. You know, we weren't as meddling as a good word to put it as we became after, where we decided we were going to be Big Daddy and try to form the world in our image and all that
right,
shit.
which we can't really do.
which is just which the world is really just a dam, and we're just putting fingers in trying to fucking stop things is what it became.
Right.
More than that, Japan was different because we defeated them in a war that they started with us.
Yep.
And so we defeated them, and then obviously wanted to rebuild them more in our image of a democracy, which we did. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they became kind of a monetary superpower fast after World War II. You know what I mean? Within decades.
We probably gave them money after.
Oh, absolutely. There was a complete occupation and rebuild there.
Right.
Completely. Well, it was so different in a way because you've got Japan was more. How can I put it this way?
Japan wasn't huge.
No, but Japan, even the emperor wasn't totally for the war with the United States. The military, the head of the military was really running the country at that point, leadership-wise, and making those decisions. So even the people of Japan weren't like, it wasn't like Vietnam where we were coming, you know what I mean? We were just going there and they didn't understand and they were fighting for their freedom. Japan wasn't fighting for their freedom. They were fighting to take our freedom away from us. So it's just a strange thing of where the population was not necessarily like gung-ho of, you know what I mean? The military was, but the populace wasn't, I don't believe at least, was like, oh, we must destroy all the Americans type of thing. You know what I mean? I think they felt more like, oh, it was a liberation type of thing. You know what I mean? To a certain extent, when they probably realized we weren't going to just go in there and put everybody in prison and do terrible things to them.
They came in poking us, though.
Oh, absolutely.
And they were not huge country.
No, but they were one of the biggest empires on the planet at the time. You know what I mean? But the problem is that not being a huge country was one of the...
Was it because of imports? Because they're...
Well, it was our scrap metal.
Like an island, kind of?
Well, we cut their scrap metal. Well, the thing that kind of really was the final nail in the coffin is that they wanted to keep building their military strength, which means they needed scrap metal and other resources that they could not
naturally create.
Yeah. So what happened is we cut their scrap metal that we were giving them basically, or trading with them or whatever, and that really pissed them off. So
it all started with trade wars.
It kind of is, yeah. It kind of was in a way.
Where we're at right now,
I don't know. Now they might have done. I think we cut their scrap metal because they had invaded somewhere over there.
All right, so
that we had
aggression.
Yeah, that we had interest in or was an ally of ours.
Okay,
and so I'm not quite positive of the
makes sense though
of the build up of Japanese
right.
to us to a certain extent. I don't know how many steps. Like I know those two steps, but beyond that, I don't know how the build up came in the like 5 years or so beforehand.
Yeah.
But that I know, I think there was an aggression on it because they were taking over a lot over there before they started the war with us. So that was like they finally got to somewhere where we were like, we don't want, whoa. And so the first way is, well, we'll cut your scrap metal. We'll cut that because you're not backing off. And then they decided to go right at us, which was
so. Currently, now, do you think that the United States, the Trump philosophy is that the United States have been taken advantage of for years with tariffs?
Has been taken advantage.
Has been.
Yeah. You know what? I don't. I can't give you an opinion because I don't feel educated enough on the subject.
Well, it's one of the parts. You and I are not Trump fans.
No.
But it's one of the things that I have been,
and I wasn't a Hillary fan, so back off before we might get one email. Yay.
that I've been hearing is that he's trying to level the field. And believe me, I don't love this guy.
Yeah.
But he's trying to level the field. It was like we've been the one kind of giving.
Yeah, listen, I think that to a certain extent we should recall, and I'm not talking about tariffs or whatever, I'm just talking about in general. I feel like we're way overextended in this world. You know what I mean? We're the world police. And I think, and we've gotten away with a lot of shit since World War II because we haven't checked ourselves, and we've done some shitty things, real shitty things. Every country's done shitty things, but we've done some underhanded shit that shouldn't have been done. You know what I mean? But I think, not that I think that we need to get back to being as isolationist as we were before World War II, and even more before World War I. But I think, you got to realize before World War II, we were like in the 20s or something in military power. We weren't even in a lot of the people that were having the war. We weren't even in the top 5 with them until World War II, until we had to in World War II. And then it was like, well, we got to fucking crank this shit up.
Bang it out, man.
Well, that was the big thing. That was I can't remember the general's name after the Pearl Harbor attack, when the one guy asked him, and he says, I'm afraid the famous quote of him saying, I'm afraid we've just awoken a sleeping giant.
Yeah.
And that's what defeated, that's what we had on everybody, was that we could crank we had the materials in this country, because this country is so big, to crank shit out. Tanks. Sherman tanks were not more superior than German tanks, but the problem is we crank out 5 to their 1.
Yeah,
5 to their 1. So it was like, if it keeps coming, and you don't have the ability to keep making your one tank compared to us just sending them over there, that's a whole different story. You know what I mean? That you're going to be overcome after a while. Same thing. Our airplanes weren't any better than Japanese airplanes. Their Zeros were a lot better. But we could just crank them out. We're cranking shit out. We're cranking ships out. We're cranking planes.
10-1 beats the odds.
Yeah, it does, and that's what exactly happened. You know what I mean? That's what it is. You just keep hammering away, and you're gonna get it done. You know, so that's what we had on our side.
One of the things that frightened me now, right? Fuel, because the Middle East has been ruling this, and
but
it's another one that they're trying to shut it down. It's like the imports of that.
The United States exports oil.
Apparently,
that's what I mean. It's not like we're going to run short on fuel. You know what I mean?
I just don't understand why they're going up. It's going up already. You know what I mean?
Well, hey, you know what? I say crank it up. Listen. Look at
$5. When it got to $5 a gallon, it's pretty fucking ridiculous.
Look at all the Republicans we've had in office have been followed right by the recession when they're in office. Recession comes after every Republican. Recession. Boom, 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 boom. Guess what's coming with Trump? Because you know why? He doesn't see any big picture. He sees, we got to go after this. But he doesn't see how that affects B, C, D, E. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel. I agree.
He absolutely does not.
That. Yeah,
exactly. You know what I mean?
It doesn't take it all into the big picture.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
I absolutely agree on that. Yep.
No, absolutely not. He's got this delusion that a trade war is going to suddenly create
tons of jobs.
Coal jobs. They're gone. Coal's not coming back. We're not going to suddenly be using dirty fuel anymore. You know what I mean?
Coal mining is a dirty business. It kills people.
That would have been like
it's like 1960s and 70s.
That would have been like Woodrow Wilson going, you know what? Don't worry about it. We're going to get more horses because the car thing, nah, you know what I mean? Don't worry about the car thing isn't real. You know what I mean?
That's not really coming.
Yeah, it's not really coming. You know what I mean? You'll be getting your horse jobs back. You know what I mean? No, it didn't happen. You know? Technology and other things, better things move forward. And people, this is a huge one. This is a technology revolution, just like we had the Industrial Revolution. You know what I mean? Think of all the jobs that got killed because of the Industrial Revolution. Think about all the buildings that were built with wood and carpenters, and think about the level they were at right before the turn of the century. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you're talking like after Civil War. You're talking about people are only building with wood. Even the biggest buildings with wood, and then steel comes in. You know what I mean? Think what steel did to all of those carpenters and all those woodworkers and all that stuff that were at probably an all-time high, and their job pool probably went, you know what I mean? Shrunk. Crazy shrunk. You know what I mean? And there was probably a lot of other fields of jobs that happened to when the Industrial Revolution came around. Well, guess what? Technological revolution. A lot of people are going to get left behind. You know what I mean? It's just how it happens. Oh. The door open? Oh. All right. We got to get out of here. We're actually over. Can you believe that?
Yeah, because we've been bullshitting for a long time.
Yeah, sorry. It's not a laugh.
Well, sometimes.
Stuff, but it happens sometimes.
That's what we do.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up.
Time to make the chimmy fucking chongas.
You can find us at bobandjohnspodcast@gmail.com, on buzzsprout.com and iTunes, or
Let Loose and Buttery on Twitter and Instagram or Facebook Live.
And on our YouTube channel and our Facebook page at Bob and John's Super Duper Variety Power Hour. And go check out 151online.com for all your rock and roll needs. And go check out our video on 151online.com for our first single, Running Away. And an album should be popping up any week now. Full album.
And we'll play some clips on the show eventually.
Yes, we will. We will. We'll have a little release party podcast.
A little party.
Matter of fact, that might be coming up in like 2 weeks. Because I think we're going to have a 151 minus Greg. It's always minus Greg.
That's right. I forgot. That's perfect. Yeah.
We'll have flat Greg.
Yeah, we will have fat.
Fat Greg? You just called him Fat Greg.
Fat Greg.
Flat Greg, I think he meant to say.
Hey, don't do that.
He's over there.
Yeah, he is. Oh, we'll be bringing him out for that podcast.
He's everything but fat.
Yes, he's flat.
He's flat.
He's flat.
E-flat.
E-flat? He's E-flat. All right. Say goodnight, John.
Good night, John.
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.
Chico! No matter what you hear in there, no matter how cruelly I beg you, do not open this door.